Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name is Sitesha binti Main. I'm from DHI 68. For Halal Auditing HLC 2573, I was given a task to do an individual presentation about the post-audit action for my final project. So this is my table of contents for my presentation today. So the first one we have introduction. The second one is scenario one. The third is scenario two. Fourth is scenario three, and the last one is about the conclusion. So this is my introduction. So I was given a task about a statement that you see here. That is about the you are a halal executive in Swedish Sirenbergheid, a famous confectionery manufacturer in Malaysia. In order to prepare for the third audit, we conducted the internal audit in the establishment. During the on-site audit, you found these three non-conformance, which is at the previous slide, we have scenario 1, scenario 2, and scenario 3 about three non-conformance. So as you can see right here is the first scenario, which is about the location at the production. And as you can see at the picture, we have a confectionery that have been not conducted properly, and there have a box but also have a leftover of the confectionery outside of the box at the floor. And then the person who in charge for this production, which is Mr. Kumar, the production manager, and the category of NCR that I have found is a minor, because the finished products have not been placed properly. And then the related clause that I have found is based on MP page M173E, which is about the processing that the premise should be comply with the GHP or GMP, which is good manufacturing practices. As you can see right here, the premise did not comply with the requirements, which is they're not hygienic and conduct their products properly. And then the next one is about the MS 1500 and the clause 3.8, which is also at the processing area. From the receipt of the material until the finished product, also have to be hygiene of how they do the how they manage their products. For the next slide, we have about the root cause, corrective action, and also verification method. So for the root cause, for my opinion, it happens at the production area because the production do not prepare for a proper SOP for every step in process flow. So like the workers just go with the flow that they think that right for them, so they don't have a proper SOP that they have to follow and comply. And the next one, the management did not send the workers to attend the food handling training. So basically, it's about the for the foreign workers. Sometimes they don't know how to uh, do do and prepare for products properly. So they just do whatever they think that was right for them. And then for the corrective action, the first step that we should do is remove all the products or things that can be source of contamination first. So basically, it's about the leftover at the production or area that can be contamination during the processing. And for corrective action, the first thing that we have to do in monitoring all the process that happen in the processing area, which is QC quality control or halal executive should be monitor all the workers, especially the foreign workers. Sometimes they didn't do uh, the proper way to conduct all the products. And then the second one, ensure the workers have attend food handling training and prepare some of the proper PPE for all the workers. It's about the responsibility for halal executive to ensure all the workers have attended food handling training and have to give the food handling training program, and also all the management and the halal executive have to ensure that all the PPE or equipment is enough for other workers. And then the last part is about the verification method. So I suggest we have to do the on-site observation since it happened at the production area. We have to ensure that and monitor that every workers do all the process based on the requirement, which is they comply with the hygienic. They know how to prepare all the products from the raw material until the distribution properly.
So
So
this is
as you can
the
see right
second
here is
scenario,
the first
which is
scenario,
it
which
happens the
is
NCR
about
happens
the
at the
location at
location,
the
packaging
production.
material
And as you
storage,
can see
and
at
then
the
there
picture, we
was
have a
found at the
confectionery that
picture
have
that
been
is
not
mouse
conducted
cases,
properly,
and the
and they
person who
have
in
a
charge
box,
for
but
this
also have a
department is
leftover
Mr.
of the
Satesh, which is
confectionery
the storekeeper,
outside of the
and the
box at
category
the
of
floor.
NCR,
And then
the
I have this
person who
classified
in
as a
charge
major
for
this
because there
production,
was
which is
found a red
Mr.
mark
Carcases
by the
at the
production
packaging
manager,
material storage.
and the category of
And
NCR
the
that I have
related
found is
cost
a
there
minor that I have found
is
because the finished
based on
products
the
have not been
application
placed
cost
properly.
178C, and then the related cost that I
About
have found is
the
based on
the
application
premise have should be the
173E,
mechanism
which
or
is about
SOP
the processing that
they must do
the
premise
pest
should
how
be
they
comply
prevent
with the
the
GHP
pest
or
control, which is how
GMP, which
they
is good
want to
manufacturing
prevent
practices.
the
As you can see right
rats or
here,
the
the premise
fly
did not, and then
do
based
not
on
comply with the
MS
requirements, which is
1500
they're not
cost
hygienic
4.2,
and
4.2.5.
conduct their
There was
products
about the
properly.
hygienic
And then the
of
next one
the
is about the MS
premise because
1500,
the
and
premise
the clause
shall be kept in
3.8,
good
which is
condition,
also at
hygienic
the
and maintained to
processing
prevent
area
pests and
from the
access,
receipt
and to
of the
eliminate
material
potential
until the
bleeding
finished
sites, which
product,
is of how they
also
control
have to be
the
hygiene of how
the
they
pests, which is
do
like
the, for example, at
how
this
they
moment
manage
they
their
was have the red
products.
carcasses. So basically,
So
the
as you
premise
can see
should
right here is
know
the
how to
first
handle
scenario, which
this
is about
pest
the
control
location.
at the production. And as you can see at for this slide, same as the first NCR, which is I have identified the root cause, correction action, corrective action, and also verification method. So for the root cause, basically I have identified that the pest control happen at the packaging material storage because they're not prepared for a proper schedule for regular pest control, which is basically the premise must have a schedule for their pest control, which is it can be for every month at least one times, or they can make it like 3 months, three one times for 3 months for one times, and then the premise keep all the waste for too long, which is sometimes the pest control can be happen at the premises because they keep all the food waste from the production area for too long, so all the pest control comes and at the production or packaging material. And then for the corrective action, we must remove the red carcasses and clean the area immediately because there will be a big possibility that the red carcasses can be contamination to the finished products. And then for the corrective action, this premise must do the pest control schedule for every month, and then ensuring the hygiene of each area, and the workers must have well learned about the pest control. Also for the workers, they must already know about how to handle the pest control, like before they have a right carcass of how they should conduct to prevent the rare cases, and also how they uh, remove all the carcasses. And then for the verification method, so I think the suitable verification method is observation, and then we have to ensure the premise have been prepared for pest control. So basically, sometimes the pest control happen at the company because they don't do the pest control. Pest control is important because pest control can becomes for the rats, fly that can be contaminated to our products, and also our raw materials at the production or at the packaging material storage. So this is the last scenario, which is the third NCR that happens at the premise, which is, as you can see right here, there was a dog with the driver of the transportation in the lorry, and this incident happened at the location, which is Bessemer area. The person who in charge for this area, which is Miss Susanti, the quality control assistant, and the category of NCR that I have found is serious because there was found that the driver bring a dog into the lorry while delivery the products, and the related clause that I have found that is based on MPPHM 177E, which is the transportation, is about the transportation and distribution. They must be complied with the regulation, which is a personal regulation. The halal transportation cannot bring any sources of haram, which is it can be the dogs or the alcohol into the halal transportation. And then for the application clause 177F, is about the CER2 have to be conduct if the transportation are ready to be contaminated by any haram sources. And the third cause that I have found that related with the scenario, which is the based on MS 1500 4.6 4.62, is about the hygiene and sanitation condition. Transportation vehicle shall be dedicated and appropriate to the type of the halal food and satisfy hygiene and sanitation condition. Since the driver already bring the haram sources, which is dogs, it can be contaminated to to the halal products. So this transportation should be have conducted the CER2 process. So for the scenario three, the root cause that I have identified is the driver have not been exposed with the halal in the related act and regulation, which is it could be the driver have not attended any classes that related to halal requirement or regulation, and then maybe it can be never attend any training that related of how to handling halal products. It can be basically through the foreign workers, which is they didn't have any knowledge that about the halal transportation. And then for the correction action, uh, the first thing that we have to do is brings out the dogs out of the lorry or the transportation, and then we must have to comply the certain process immediately because it can be possibility that the dogs can bring any bacteria that can be contaminated to the products. And then for the corrective action, the premise have to monitor the driver before they start to deliver the products. Maybe in another day they can be bring not only the drugs, maybe the alcohol or anything that can be contaminated to the finished products. And also always remind the workers about the rules of halal certification. Uh, and then the last one is verification method. So for verification method, I think the suitable we can do is observation, because we can monitor and ensure them did not bring any haram sources that can be effects as cross contamination. We see sometimes even though they already comply with all the requirements, all the regulation, but it still have to be observed whether they be honest about not bring any harmful source to the halal transportation. Any harmful source that uh, that be brought to the halal transportation, it can contaminate all the products, especially the halal products, immediately. So yeah. So I think I already classify all the post-audition, and that's all from me. Thank you.